Hi, my name is Mujib Ali Khan, and today I'll be giving a presentation regarding the benefits of electronic communication. Before I start the actual presentation, I would like to give a slight overview on the electronic communication. Electronic communication has been widely used and has been advanced in 21st century. This technology and the communication first started back in late 1800s, and ever since it has advanced remarkably. Our presentation gonna be about telephone, mainly iPhone, and two-way radio, and email communication. First, I like to start with iPhone. This is Apple's iPhone. This phone was first introduced in 2007 by Apple technology. And ever since it's been introduced to the market, it has a high demand. Every year, Apple launches the advanced generation of the phone. Like in 2007, they launched Generation 1 and 8 Generation 2 and 9 generation, the third generation, and 10 they launched the third generation S, which is Super, I believe. Then they also launched iPhone 4, and now we are expecting iPhone 5 to be launched at the end of 2011 this year. If you can see, iPhone gives you the ability to do a lot of things with one touch. I can just, like there's an icon over here that says YouTube on it. I can just press the YouTube and it comes up, and all I have to do is just click on the search button, search box, and it pops up a dial pad where I can just type in what I want to watch. It could be a movie, it could be a song, it could be anything. I mean, it's just amazing. This, if you can see right here, the phone, if you press that, that becomes a phone. It lets you can just make calls, and there's other tabs in the bottom that lets you choose contacts and favorite and voicemail. All you can do with just a touch of your finger. I mean, this is known as the new phones or new generation type phones, and a lot of providers, a lot of makers, cell phone makers like Samsung and Motorola. Everybody is coming out with the touch phones like this. This type of phone is also known as a smartphone, is what they call today, because of all the things that you can do with the touch of a finger. If you can see right here, this hole right here, this is a camera. This is a 2.5 megapixel camera built into it, and here is the button for it. All you have to do is just press the camera button, and it activates the camera. You can take pictures, you can take movie, and once you do that, you can just send by just a couple of touches. You can email to any person that you like to email, all with this telephone. The only thing is, this requires from all providers currently, it requires a data plan. That means you can be anywhere outside, and you can still be able to get on the internet. Then if you can see, there are a lot of icons, and if I scroll on the other side, I see more icons. Then I scroll on this side, then I see more icons. This lets you, there's an icon which says maps. You just touch that, and it populates the map on the screen, and you can search for traffic, you can search for a destination that you like to go. It also calculates from point A to point B as to how many minutes it takes, how many miles is it. I mean, everything as far as the map goes that you can do on a computer, you can do on this telephone. A lot of companies have applications for iPhone. Like if you can see, there is Yahoo Messenger, there's Expedia, there's a Weather Channel. Everybody pretty much have their free applications that you can go to their website or the Apple Store is what they call iTunes, and you can download the application and you can just sign in. Like right here, there's a Skype, and also I have a Yahoo Messenger. With those two services, I can just go ahead and make voice over IP calls. Means I'm calling, but I'm not using my provider. I'm using the internet to make the call. So it's an amazing feature that this phone lets you have. It also gives me MapQuest. MapQuest is pretty much like a GPS. I can just put in my point A to point B, and it just gives me turn-by-turn directions on this phone. Right at the bottom over here, there's a mail. That means I can just sign into any mail and keep myself signed in, and it instantly gives me messages as to how many mails I have. I can send a message, I can view a message, I can delete a message just with one touch. There's also iPod. This is also like a MP3 player. You can download music, and you can download like hundreds of songs depending on the size. Like this one I have is 8 gigabyte telephone. It has an 8 gig on it. There's another software over here. It's called Footsteps. I just recently downloaded that. This software lets me, it just calculates how many steps I've walked and how much calories I have burned. I mean, it's just amazing things I have. I also have a gas buddy, which means it just gives me wherever I am. It just searches the cheapest gas available, and I can just choose and look at the directions with my MapQuest and just drive up there and fill up my tank. It's just amazing feature this phone has, and it comes with a charger. If you can see this charger right here, I plug this in the wall. The other side, this also has a USB connection to it. I can just plug this end. One end goes to the back of the phone, and the other end goes to the either I can hook this up to the computer. I get charging from the computer. If not, then I have an adapter that I can plug this in and plug it into the wall jack. And so this is like a dual charger. It's a universal charger. I mean, this phone can be used anywhere as long as you have a data plan to get on the internet. It's just amazing phone. It's also considered, like I said, it's considered as a next generation phone or a smartphone. This is how the world is moving towards, is smartphones and all about one-touch screens. I mean, just amazing. That's all I have for the as far as the smartphone iPhone goes. So the next thing I have is two-way communication radio. This is a two-way radio. Unfortunately, I don't have the other part of it, other device, other radio. This is a very basic one. There's a power button on the side. What you do is you just go to a store like Best Buy, Fry's, Walmart. You just buy this, and this is good for hiking or just wife and husband going to the shopping store or a big mall. You know, one wife has this device, the husband has the other device, and they can just communicate with each other. This technology is run on what they call RF frequency, which is radio frequency. There is no involvement of any provider. Like, you don't have to subscribe for a service for a two-way basic radio. You just make sure it's charged up, and there's a button on the side. You just press and talk. One person talks at one time. It's not like a telephone that both can talk. It's called a single duplex. in the communication world, it's called a single duplex. That means only one person talks at one time, and the other party waits until the first person talks, and once they're done, they let go the button, and the other party, they press and they start talking, and the first party listens to the conversation. So that's what they call a two-way. This is a two-way radio. They also have this is more of a basic one, but they also have a little bit more advanced, where a lot of businesses use it. They give a more extended range. Like the basic one only gives like 300 to 400 feet. The advanced would give you 1,000 feet, maybe 1,500 feet. And they also have other things in it, like a built-in GPS. It helps you navigate through the streets and everything. More advanced features, more channels, higher frequencies. A lot of other features that a lot of businesses use it. There also another type of radio is called it's made by Nextel. It's Sprint Nextel. It's a radio / telephone. That means that device can be used as a telephone or as a radio. It just added a feature in it, and a lot of business also use that because they don't have to carry a telephone and a radio. That thing allows them to give the two things built into one thing, and it's same. It doesn't need much wiring to it or anything. You charge up and make sure it's charged up, and wherever you have a good signal, you can make a call. If there's no signal, then you still have a radio that you can fall back on as a communication mode. So that's a pretty good device as well. It's pretty famous in construction companies and a lot of other companies that